This book grew out of an assignment I had in 2001 from the New York Times Magazine to go to West Virginia and explore the comeback of coal. I went down to West Virginia and saw the mountaintop removal mines, looked at the kind of economic devastation in the coal fields, and decided that this needed to be looked at in more depth. So I decided to write Big Coal to try to explore what goes on behind the light switch, to look at the true costs and consequences of America's dependence on coal. I think the coal industry has worked very hard to keep Americans insulated and isolated from where their power comes from. They don't want you to think about the men with black lung in the mines. They don't want you to think about the mountains that have been blasted in Appalachia. They don't want you to think about the power plants that are throwing the air pollution into the sky, that are causing asthma attacks in children. And they don't want you to think about the future of the planet and of global warming and of rising seas and droughts and all the consequences that we now know we're headed towards if we continue this indulgence in coal. Most people don't understand how crucial the connection between coal and global warming really is. One of the things that we've established now is that global warming is real and it is happening. The last decade or two has been a debate about is it real, is it not? The coal industry has tried very hard to suggest that there was a lot of scientific uncertainty. The most recent United Nations report that came out in February of 2007 has made it very clear that yes, global warming is happening, and yes, human beings are the cause of it. Carbon dioxide, greenhouse gas emissions are the reason the planet is heating up. Coal has very little, if any, relationship with our addiction to Middle Eastern oil. The coal industry likes to confuse these issues and to play up the fact that we have a lot of coal and so it can help us get energy independence. But in fact, that's a myth, and a very powerful myth that needs to be demolished. Coal is used to generate electricity. Oil from the Middle East, of course, is used for transportation. They have almost nothing in common. There's a lot of gathering interest now in global warming. I think that the debate is revving up. I think that people are becoming more and more engaged, especially young people. And there's a lot of talk now about what we can do. There's a lot of talk about cutting back on driving and all kinds of solutions. But it hasn't really gotten to the nub of the problem yet, which is coal. If we're going to deal with global warming, if we're going to begin to solve this problem, we have to deal with coal. This shiny white iPod economy that we all love to celebrate is propped up by dirty black rocks. And I think that we need to really look at the true cost of burning coal.